Tibetans take the Qinghai-Tibet Railway as a propitious road to heaven. This is a train advancing on the Qinghai-Tibet Plateau. Now let's continue to view Part 3, Fast Development. In this section, I'll explain via photos and achievements in the areas of traffic, transportation, power supply and tourism made by Tibet over the last 50 years. Since the democratic reform was carried out in Tibet, the region's agriculture and husbandry sectors have witnessed great improvements. The production conditions and farmers' life have also been greatly improved. The next picture shows a good harvest gained in a model agriculture and scientific zone. Meanwhile, efforts have been made in harnessing rivers and growing forest. As a result, Tibetan people become able to supply themselves with grain, oil and meat. Modern breeding and growing techniques also broaden the ways to enrich farmers and herdsmen. Local farmers make a profit from growing vegetables, melon, fruit, as well as flowers. Thanks to the opening of Qinghai-Tibet Railway, tourism has become a new pillar industry in Tibet. In 2007, the region recorded 4.02 million tourist arrivals from other parts of China and abroad, and yielded 4.852 billion yuan in tourism revenue. First, let's take a look at the local educational development. The central government began to implement the 9-year compulsory education in Tibet more than 20 years ago. Students in the farming and pastoral areas of Tibet now enjoy free tuition and have accommodation fee covered by central government. The government earmarks 1,200 yuan in subsidy for every primary school kid, 1,350 yuan for each junior high school student on an annual basis. Facelift has been given to local healthcare facilities. The life expectancy of the Tibetans has elongated to 67 years old from 35.5 years before the peaceful liberation in 1951. The photo shows a farmer from Daza happily received household health account of the Tibet Autonomous Region. He is eligible to receive an annual medical subsidy of 140 yuan with health account. In order to protect local natural environment and valuable species, the central government has set up 40 nature reserves at all levels in Tibet. With nature reserves accounting for 34% of Tibet's total area, the region has the largest nature reserves in China. Since Tibet's original ecosystem remains uninterrupted, the region boasts the best environmental protection in China. Tibet's cultural development has stepped on the fast track since the democratic reform. By 2007, Tibet had had 28 professional performing troupes. In 1959, there were only 5 troupes in Tibet. Besides, the region owns 4 libraries, 203 cultural palaces, and 2 museums. People in Tibet enjoy full freedom in religious belief. There are more than 1,700 venues where Tibetan Buddhist activity could be held and 463,000 resident monks in the region. The photo was taken in Jokang Temple when monks took part in an examination. Protection has been given to the cultural heritages and intangible cultural relics in Tibet. In this picture, Shorten or Soul Milk Drinking Festival was celebrated in Lhasa. The festival is included into the first group of the national level intangible cultural heritages in Tibet. The repair of the 3 major cultural relics, including Potala Palace, Nobulinka, and Sagya Monastery, has been completed with a total investment of 330 million yuan. In addition to Buddhism, other religions have been paid equal respect and protection. This is Roman Catholic Church in Markham County, and this is a mosque in Lhasa. The central and regional governments have made earnest efforts to improve people's livelihood, especially after the 11th five-year plan period. The governments emphasized the building of a new countryside and plan to enable 80% of the farmers and herdsmen to move into new, brighter and bigger houses within 5 years. Clothing, housing, and means of travel are the most persuasive indices to measure people's living standards. The series of photos reflect changes in the above-mentioned aspects. At 9:17 May 8, 2008, Beijing Olympic torch reached Mount Everest while demonstrating the Olympic spirit to people all over the world. The exhibition of New Tibet displays only some aspects of Tibet's development. Though we have encountered lots of hardships in the course of development, we believe Tibet will have a promising future and Tibetan people will lead a happier and stable life.